Well, good morning to you. It's James, a content creator here at Natural State Transparency. We are live in Lawrence County at Walnut Ridge. I'm right off Interstate 57. Some of us locals still know it as US 67. And I'm posted up right here at the end of Interstate 57 where it connects with 67 and continues on to Missouri. This stretch will eventually be made into interstate style. They're working on the stretch from Walnut Ridge to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. But I'm at that point where the interstate ends and the U.S. highway continues. And as you can hear, we've got lots of rain, lots of water, and epic flooding right now going on all across Arkansas. This isn't just in the Northeast, this is all over the state. Rain is really starting to pick back up again since I've just been sitting here. I hope my audio is okay. Hope you can hear me well. So we are going to drive around the area, and I'm just going to show you some flooding that's going on. Now, keep in mind we're in Northeast. For you folks that aren't real familiar with Arkansas terrain, I'm in the northeastern part of the state. They call this the Upper Delta. It's farmland up here, agricultural farmland. So a lot of this does flood anyway. I mean, it floods just because it just normally floods. So there is that I want to say about that. However, this is an unusual amount of water in a short amount of time, and it's got the whole area up here looking like one big lake. So I'm actually going to point the nose of this vehicle. Let me make sure I don't have traffic behind me. And you can tell from my vantage point, that looks like a lake. That doesn't look like farmland. That looks like a lake. We'll call that Lake Walnut Ridge. So, good morning, good folks. Again, I know some of y'all are slow to come in here. This is James, the content creator, Natural State Transparency. We're live here in Walnut Ridge, Northeast Arkansas. I'll probably go up here to Pocahontas in a minute. They're incurring some epic flooding around the Black River and the Current River in Pocahontas. I was listening. We're monitoring several radio channels right now. I'm monitoring Randolph County Sheriff, Pocahontas Police Department. I'm also monitoring Little Rock Correction, not Little Rock. Arkansas State Police Troop B out of Newport and Troop C out of Jonesboro. In an update, Corporal Boy Hawkins, B-31, got his unit stuck in floodwaters near the Spring River in Hardy, Sharp County. And I just heard the sergeant advise that the Dale Record Company is going to get him out of that situation and get him back 10-8. So they are actively getting that trooper car operable again right now. I just said that right before I went live. So I'm going to show you some of this flooding. The thing is, this stuff is this rain event is going to continue on through. We already don't have enough room for the water as it is, and now we're going to add even more water to it. Like right here, this would have been. Oh, I wish I could have. I don't have. Do I have anybody behind me? Yeah, I can't. I can't stop. Dang it! I would have pulled over right there just to show you that. I'll have my opportunity to show you more. Trust me when I tell you, I'll have my opportunity to show you way more than that. So, uh, But yeah, we're just going to roll around Northeast, and I'll show you some flooding areas, and we're going to monitor these radio channels, and I'll disseminate the information as I hear it. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope that the tornadoes didn't personally affect you or your family. If this flooding has affected you, I'm sorry. I hate it for you. I hope your homes are safe. Your businesses are safe. Um, a lot of times people just think that the weather people exaggerate, and they've been calling for epic flooding for days. And I'll tell you, I knew it was bad when the city of Conway, the Faulkner County judge, was offering inmates, or not inmates, but folks that were charged and needed to pay off fines. They were offering them triple credit if they would do sandbagging. So that told me 3 days ago they were expecting this to be epic. You just have to read between the lines. Tell you what, it's just been a washout all over the state. So this is, again, I've already mentioned this. This isn't just confined up here to the northeast corner of the state. This is on as far down as Texarkana. Texarkana, they were talking about it was catastrophic last night on the news that I was watching. Arkansas Weathers. A big shout out to my friends at Arkansas Weather Watchers, Derek, Cameron, and John. All of y'all are good, man, and y'all are really, you're dedicated to what you do. I have to say, it was exhausting listening to you last night. I knew I could feel how tired you were. So big shout out to my friends at Arkansas Weather Watchers. For you folks that are looking for a good weather channel that focuses on Arkansas affairs, go to Arkansas Weather Watchers. Give them a shout. Tell them Natural State Transparency sent you. Now look, I'm going to tell you this though. More so than that, it doesn't even really matter to me so much that you go to Arkansas Weather Watchers. I recommend them, but I'm telling you, find somebody reputable. I mean, most of y'all probably already have somebody, but if you don't, find a channel that you can vibe with. Like, again, a lot of folks like to watch Reed Timmer, the Storm Spotter. They like to watch Ryan Hall, y'all. I already know. Find you somebody that you can get down with and then stay with them. Don't, because this information is life-saving information, You need to know what's up in your community. And I'm just talking to you like you live in Arkansas. A lot of y'all don't, so this won't even apply to you anyway. So I would just tell you, find you a reputable weather source from your area as well. The news is ever so changing, and as you well are aware, the legacy media like cable news outlets are kind of dying a slow death as YouTube and other independent media sources become more prevalent in our society. So now more than ever, it's time for you to find a dedicated news and weather source that you can get down with so that you can stay informed. There's really no excuse. Currently on US 67 right now, we are heading northbound. I'm almost to the Lawrence County line, passing the big running water ditch here, but it doesn't look like it's over its banks at this point. And this water on Saturday morning is at a level right now, but according to the National Weather Service, this flooding is really going to start to crest about Sunday evening. And we have some major concern bridge. I saw a post from the National Weather Service last night. The area between US 63 if the water gets up to 28 and a half feet in that area, it's going to come over the roadway right there. And, this is an in progress thing. So just because they're calling for 30 feet right now doesn't mean they won't call for 35 feet tonight. Just depending on how much water is on the ground after Mother Nature does her thing. You know what I mean? So, again, with this being such an in progress weather event, I'm going to yield to the professionals. I'm not a weather person, a meteorologist, so I'm not able to offer any expertise with that, but certainly certainly with this being an in progress thing, I would imagine that the levels might even get higher than they were calling for. Listen to the radio here.
Oh. May not say no more to the same accident or multiple accidents. There's so many different accidents. I got a call of a Jeep running off in the median. I wasn't aware of the other two.
So, Troop B put out an accident at the 55 marker on Interstate 57. So, if you know anything about the area, Searcy is 46 going northbound. I would say the 55 is getting close to Bald Knob, Judsonia, right past Judsonia. I'd probably call that the Bald Knob area. There's multiple accidents around Bald Knob right now on Interstate 57. They just said a Jeep ran off into the median, hydroplaned. There must be a low spot right through there that's flooded out pretty bad. They've got 2 different troopers en route to that now. Speaking of, I just hit a really interesting spot just there. That wasn't good. It's either that or wind. So yeah, I'm gonna say like everybody else says, if you don't have to get out in this, don't. But if you're gonna, just be advised that you're gonna have to use some skills to navigate this. That's what I'm gonna say. Just be careful. Be careful because this puts a lot of strain on first responders as it is. So if you're not real sure how to drive in this stuff, stay at home. Excuse me. I'd like to say a good morning to Talina Taylor, to Sharon Jennings, to Adrian Weaver. I see several of y'all in here. Donut patrols in the Troop G area. Good morning. That's down in the Texarkana region of our state, southwest corner, Ashdown, Little River County, Columbia County, Magnolia area, Troop G. I'd mentioned them earlier in the broadcast. Troop G has taken quite the hit from the rain. Catastrophic flooding in downtown Texarkana. And that was the last night news report. That is this morning. Now, we are coming into the little unincorporated community of Shannon here in Randolph County. If you'll look over to your left, which I'm going to point the camera this direction, a tornado came through here a week and a half ago and took out that building you're looking at right there. That is direct tornado damage from the system that moved through this area. And you can also see debris in the ditches right through here. Look at the debris. There's debris right there, right here at Arkansas 90 and US 67. This is right here where the Pico Foods processing plant is. And you can still see the tornado damage from it. I caught half of that transmission. They're sending state to 63, US 63 at the Sharp County line. And I'm familiar with it. I think that's the Lawrence Sharp County line there, 63. Because I know there's a bridge there where there's a creek or it's not a river. I think it's a creek. Sounds to me like maybe that creek is flooded over the road right there. US 63, Sharp Lawrence County line up here in North Arkansas. Yeah, Little River County turned into Big River County, didn't it? As you can see off to your right, there's flooding in the fields. Entering the city limits of Pocahontas here in Randolph County. We're also monitoring their sheriff's department up this way, so we'll do the live up here in Pocahontas for right now, and we're going to monitor the... Really, trucker? Come on now. Excuse me. Crazy lightning, if you just saw that. It's pretty close, too. Got the thunder within about 5 seconds of that lightning. That means about 5 miles away. Pull over for a second. Pull over here for a second. Man, what a morning. What a morning. That's why I just couldn't wait to go live. I just couldn't wait to go live. Hang on just a second. Excuse me. All right. We're going to get back mobile here. Had to let family know that I was doing the live this morning. They didn't even know. I just got out here and started doing it. So yeah, had to let the fam know that I'm out here. And all is good. No concerns, no issues. We're good. But as you can tell, this is very heavy rain right now in Pocahontas. Very steadily. It started when I got up here. And this is just what we've been having. These bands of rain. They're just heavy rain producers. I imagine we're going to see some epic flooding in just a minute when I get down here to the current river. For you folks that don't know, I'm on US 67 here, and I'm approaching the Walmart area of Pocahontas. We will be crossing the current river in just a moment, and I should be able to film it. If this continues to flood up here, this flood zone will include the Walmart parking lot. The Walmart will then turn into a lake. But a lot of this water is expected to continue to rise. So this is just the level on Saturday morning. Remember, I'd mentioned earlier in the broadcast, by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, man, folks that are up in this area need to be very concerned about rising floodwaters. And it might be rapid. You have to be careful about that. We got a Pocahontas officer sitting here on the side of the road. Pocahontas PD.
monitor Mac 4. I think it's the channel 7 right here. Still meets this is on or hollers at us.
I'm going to go check out the river level if it's not flooded out. Current river right now. Oh, and no, it's getting there. It's getting real close to the dog park down here. Let me see if I can go down here and show you something. All right, all right, all right. We're going to turn on 62 here and go look over here at there's a little Arkansas Game and Fish boat launch picnic area right over here behind all this. We're going to go check that out real quick. By tomorrow, all of this will be underwater, but I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen a Pocahontas. I came up here in 2007, and it had flooded then, and I saw it was real bad. So I don't know if this is going to be as. I would think this is going to be even worse. That's what they're saying. So we've arrived here at this little Arkansas Game and Fish boat launch here for the Current River, and I'll show you what it's looking like here. Now I come down here sometimes just to hang out. It's a nice little area to come. You can come down here. Got picnic tables. They've got barbecue grills that are built into the ground down here, so you can bring your charcoal and your family down here and have you a little picnic. It's a nice little area to come enjoy the river here. But just take a look. Just take a look at that bridge right there, the US 67 bridge. And that might not look real significant from your vantage point. If I were higher, it would. If this was drone footage, it would make a little bit more sense. But you can definitely tell that river is elevated, for sure. And I'm going to try to back up and go this way over here. I don't want to get stuck, so I'm leery to drive off of I might be able to drive over there though. Hang on. Let me see if I can get you a better vantage point. I don't want to get stuck. It's a major concern I have. Considering one of my last live streams, a few live streams ago, guess who got stuck? This guy. I did. Yeah, remember you were watching? So I'm on a hillside right here that has gravel. And let's see if I can zoom in and show you this vantage point. Let me turn those windshield wipers off for a second. Now, again, this view, I'm looking at it live, and I'm showing it to you here on the screen. And I can tell you that this view that you're looking at just really doesn't give this justice to how much water is flowing in this river. And you would have to know this area a little bit better to know how much water should normally be in the Current River. You can definitely tell the river's up, and it's encroaching this little roadside park right now on Saturday morning. Okay. And there's not much room left before it's going to take over this park. So I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't come down here and expect it. Well, there is a camping spot down here. You can actually bring an RV, but I wouldn't do it. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody that's coming in. Anonymous says, are we going to see a live Arkansas cop chase on YouTube? If one breaks out in front of me, you will. I'll show you. I have before when I do Little Rock. I'll chase a pursuit. But I seriously doubt that's going to be what's happening this morning. There's a propensity for pursuits on, Thursday nights, Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights. But Saturday morning at 08:54 Central Time, nah. If they're, I doubt it. Not in this kind of weather. No, I doubt it. Seriously doubt it. Now look over here. This gives you a better perspective. You can see how that water is coming up to the edges of this shoreline right over here. Let me zoom in on that. You can see it. And see, water has to have a place to go. See, that water has to have a place to go. So it's only going to just continue to amass. Good morning, Angie's Creative Studio. Always a pleasure. Good morning, Elizabeth Lee. I see you in the chat. Good morning, Sherry. Who else we got? Of course, Blaylock. Yeah. So we got the regulars in here. Whoa, that was close. Lightning, very close lightning. Very close. So that's what's happening right here at the Current River in Pocahontas. We're going to continue down here to, let's see. Let me figure that out. We might take 62. Remember, I got to continue to have cell service. The problem with doing a live stream is there's places I would love to take you here in Arkansas, but I don't have cell service. So if I don't have cell service, obviously we're not doing a live stream. So that's a concern of mine. We want to make sure that we continue to have cell service. I ain't even gonna lie. You see that place right there? Buttercream Bakery frozen custard. I'm gonna try that place real soon. Hadn't had it yet. But I sure have noticed it. Let me get my windshield defrosting. It's starting to fog up in here a little bit. Let's get that on real quick. Oh. Righty. Now, we're over here in Pocahontas. I'll take you down to the city park. I come here often when I'm in Pocahontas. It's a nice place to come and just walk around and enjoy. They have a nice walking trail down here in the city of Pocahontas. And it's called the Black River Overlook. I was calling it the Current River. I should have been calling it's probably the Black River. Current River is right over here, though. There's like 7 rivers in Randolph County. It's easy to get them confused. There's the 11-Point River. There's the Spring River over in Sharp County. The Black River, the Current River. What else? I'm missing like 3 more. But anyway, so we are here at the park in Pocahontas. And if you'll notice, because I like history, right? Nobody can say I don't like history. If you watch my channel, you'll notice the old footings there, the pillars there to an old railroad crossing that was their old railroad bridge. Pocahontas at one time was served by a railroad, and actually their train station is still over here, and I don't really know what it's used for now. But anybody that knows this park, if you come here enough, knows that the water's up because it's encroaching the park now. And then when I pull over here, hold on. I'll show you a good view of the park. You know, this is a nice park too because there's so much traffic on 67. This is the perfect place for somebody to let their doggies out that have been traveling, you know, going to Illinois from Texas. We get a lot of that cross-country traffic, Texas to Illinois traffic. And so this is the perfect little side park. Once you've got up here to North Arkansas, let your doggies out and take you a little break as you're on your way out of the state. And I can tell you, we get a lot of Illinois traffic up in this area. You see a lot of Illinois license plates. And likewise, you see a lot of Texas license plates too, if we're going to talk about Illinois, because of people going south to Texas. Take you to the downtown section of Pocahontas. I really like their town square down here. It's nice. This is what I like to consider that old Arkansas. If I were to try to show you just an example of old Arkansas, the old Arkansas, this right here would most definitely be something to consider. Look at that rock building right here. That was made out of Arkansas rocks. That we're known for having the materials here they use local materials. So that is definitely Arkansas produced rock. That didn't come from other states. Great little town square down here in Pocahontas. This is the old Randolph County Courthouse right here in the front. They don't use this anymore court. They use it for other purposes. They have built a newer Randolph County Courthouse down the street. It's nice. It's quaint. It's a nice little place that you could get out and walk around. I wouldn't advise doing it today unless you just like to get wet. Randolph County Heritage Museum off to your right. Never been there. I ought to check it out. I ought to check it out and report on it sometime, huh? Pretty up here. Old Coca-Cola sign. Look at that old Coca-Cola sign on your right above the black truck. That's an old school Coca-Cola sign, and it says sanitary barber shop. That sign's been there forever. And as a matter of fact, there's a man in there cutting another man's hair right now. I can see him through the windows. See, there you go. Doing some good work. So the newer Randolph County Courthouse is actually right here to your left. I've never had the pleasure of going into the Randolph County Courthouse, but it sure looks secure against tornadoes. If there was a tornado up here, I'd want to go there. It's a nice little courthouse. Looks secure. Let's go see if we can find some flooding up here in the area. I know there's some low water bridges in Pocahontas. I think actually there's one coming up here, if memory serves me correct. Probably go see if there's some flooding going on up here, which I'm sure there is. Yeah, let me look down here real quick. Let me look right down here and see if now that's not flooded out right now. There's a couple of bridges down here in the lower part of this little area right here, and they're not flooded. There's definitely water flowing through here, but it's not flooded. Oh yeah, Elizabeth says there's a great bookstore on the square back there in the Pocahontas Square. I've I've had the pleasure of going to the Randolph County Library before, which is about a block off of that square, but I've never been to the bookstore up that way. And I hope to at some point be able to check those stores out up there. Look at that! Look at that house right there. Love it. I love seeing examples of rock architecture when they use materials to build homes. Look at this church in front of us, the sanctuary. Look at that. I'll zoom in on it. Not sure if that's Arkansas stone or not, but I would imagine that probably came from Arkansas. They have quarries up here. That's St. Paul's Catholic Church up here. Let's go down here where the post office is, because I know there's a low water bridge down there. Yeah, it's not flooding, but you can see that it's right there. It's a bridge. Now I want to go out. I think if I could keep cell service, I'm going to try to go out 62 to Ravenon. They were having some epic flooding down that way. Question is, can I remember how to get there from here? Let me think about it for a second. Let's see. I think I can go this way. I think I can go this way. We're gonna find out. You can see the water. Look at the water. Look right there on your right. There's usually never any running water in this little side creek right here, as I've come through this little area right here before. You can definitely tell it's going to continue to get worse. Well, hello, Marietta from Canada, our friends to the north. And I'd also like to say hello to all of our international viewers from across the globe. We appreciate your time and watching us here and trying to have a better appreciation and understanding for what's actually really happening here in the United States at this moment in time. And we're glad you're here. Okay, I know where I'm at. I knew I'd been through here. Okay, Park Street, Pocahontas. We're going to hang a right and get over to 62. And I haven't heard one thing from the sheriff's department up here. Why is that? Let me make sure I have my scanner on right. Oh, I'm on the wrong cell tower. The wrong repeater. That's why. That makes sense. Got a Pocahontas officer sitting here on the left. Another Pocahontas officer we saw back at near the Walmart. Let me switch over my radio to Pocahontas area real quick.
Sure, I don't mind coming down the hill. I mean, I've had to take care of it. It'll be on one crash anyway. The wheels are well on the roadway. I'm going to hold off on the records.
Okay, let me switch this over real quick. It'll take me a second to do some punching and beeping here. Just hang on a minute. Let's get you moved over to the other repeater. Let's put Troop C out of Cooley Hill here. Well, you know what? Really, I don't need to do that because I'm going to be heading in that. No, actually, I need to leave it just where it's at. I'm sitting here talking about changing it. I need to leave it right where it's at because I'm going to be heading in that area. So there's two. Just if you're a nerd like me, this will apply to you. If you're not, then it's just me talking. There are two AWIN repeaters. AWIN, Arkansas Wireless Information Network. It's what the state police and state agencies and local agencies use for the radio communications. Up here in North Arkansas and Randolph County, they've got two repeaters that are close. They got one on Cooley Hill. It's off of Arkansas 90, about 7 or 8 miles outside of Pocahontas. They also have one that is Big Lick Hill, is what it's called. It's over there in Ravenon. And since we're going to be heading over to Ravenon anyway, I'll leave it where it was. And actually, the radio will get better as we head that way. Only issue is I don't know if you're going to be able to have if we're going to have cell service or not. If I lose the broadcast, it is what it is. So I'll tell you that in advance. As I get out of Pocahontas, we might lose you. And if I can pick you back up, I'll try my best. Because if I can get over to Ravenon, I can really show you some stuff over there. Because that's where it's real bad. And Hardy is devastated right now. And the thing is, Hardy is only going to get worse. This is what it is on Saturday morning. They're talking about this is going to crest Sunday night. Where am I? Thomasville? This is not where I want to be. I'm sorry, guys. I got to do a U-turn. This isn't right. I done got myself lost. So yeah, we're going to double back. I don't know why I meant to go up. I wonder why. I come this way before. I just didn't mean to go that way. Matt says to stay on Park all the way and then take the right to Emboden. Gotcha. Yeah, I've taken Park. I just was out. I was on the wrong end of it. I know where I'm at. I screwed up. I appreciate that, Matt. I've taken Park a few times. I've just cruised around up here. I like trying to check out this area up here where the cemetery's at. It's pretty neat. Tell you what, they got a flock camera up here, so all you felons and folks that you have to worry about having warrants, or if you're driving a stolen vehicle, you need to be concerned about that flock camera that's right here on Park Avenue in Pocahontas, tipping off the popo, who's sitting right here waiting on you. So when you pass that flock camera, he's getting to notify, and then he's going to come pull you over. You heard it here. I'm trying to tell you. That's good information. Oh, cool. Matt says his aunt and uncle are buried in that cemetery. It's a beautiful cemetery. You can tell it's a historic cemetery. It's been there forever. You know, I would have imagined that was one of the first things that was built in this area, and the area around here probably built up around the cemetery. You can kind of tell that. Okay, folks, we will be approaching US 62 in a minute. I'm going to take 62, and we're going to see about the river levels. I hope we can maintain cell service. This will be a big gamble. So we'll see. I hope. If you want to follow along on a map, for you folks that aren't from Arkansas, you want to follow along on the map, look up, look in Pocahontas for US 62 as it goes west outside of town. That's where I'm going to be heading, if you want to follow along. Again, we're going to continue to monitor the current radio channels. I know some of y'all just joined, so I'm just going to let you know we're listening to Randolph County Sheriff right now. We're also listening to Pocahontas City police officers. We're also listening to ASP Troop C and B. That's the Jonesboro and the Newport Troop.
Like right up south on 167. So 11 point runs across the St. Louis B3. Yes, sir. What location on 90 you talking about? Check. I'm also not pretty hard. 49 with you.
It's a real interesting, that's interesting radio traffic. C2, the lieutenant, was talking to B3, which is Robbie Stewart, the sergeant in Troop B Newport. I don't know who C2 is. I'm sorry. Some of them I don't know. But I know he's a lieutenant by his call sign. And they got C2 responding to Hardy, and they wanted a C unit to check Highway 90 for flooding for the 11 Point River. So you folks that are familiar with this might know where the 11 Point crosses on Arkansas 90. They're starting a trooper to that location now to check to see for flooding. And also the lieutenant for Troop C is heading over to B, and he's en route to Hardy. We're probably going to be en route to Hardy as well, it sounds like. All right, I'm out of coffee. Sit out a red alert, red alert. James is out of coffee. Uh-oh, what are we going to do? I want to give a special shout out to one of my viewers.
I'm in Green County right now.
Hang on just a minute. That's Randolph County. Let me listen. Special shout out to one of my viewers, Donna. Three is shut down. I didn't catch the creek in Ravenon. 63 is shut down now. That's a major thoroughway up here in the Northeast.
Oh, go ahead. Every county, you can start checking them highways, get a list up there of those closures, and keep it updated.
Okay, anyway,
we're still sitting with Clay County Electric at this time.
I forgot what I was talking about now. Yeah, sorry. Can't even lie.
Gina, on the center. Okay. 328 East and West is still open. floor is still open, but it's getting close to being covered. We got 2 different Lake County electric filling.
Says that my videos are so cool and live streams. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. Big shout out to Donna Goat, a viewer who's probably not present right now. My coffee hookup, I received some wonderful Minnesota coffee from last week. And I just wanted to make a special shout out to her. Thank you so much for that. And all the folks that send me notes of encouragement or snail mail to the P.O. box or unexpected gifts, just the whole thing. Thank you so much for all of that. Okay, we're continuing on 62. I've got 2 bars of cell service. I don't know how long this will hold up. I'm sorry if the transmission is choppy. I'll be in likely in about the next 10 minutes. I'm not able to drive. The roads are saturated with water and I'm sliding, so I have to be careful about my driving at the moment. Getting better service yet? Probably after this hill. Come on, baby. Give me some better service. Got 2 bars. Come on, let's get a third. Let's get 3 bars. Let's get 3 bars. Come on, come on, come on. Hopefully I'm not buffering anymore. I have to slow down a bit here. Okay, folks, if you can hear me, I'm just outside of Emboden. If you want to look on the map, I'm on 62, passing Van Winkle Road. 62 at Van Winkle. We're continuing west into Emboden since it's in northern Lawrence County. I'm going to tell you right now, folks, here's something you need to know, too. I know this is like common sense, what I'm about to say, but I'm experiencing it myself, and I consider myself a professional driver. I'm telling you now, these roads are so slick and wet. They're pooling water because the water has nowhere to go. You need to slow down out here. I've hydroplaned about 4 or 5 times already, and luckily I was able to control those because I wasn't going too terribly fast. But that's why people are sliding off the roads. Slow your butts down, okay? I can't stress it enough. You youngsters who probably need to be watching this broadcast but are not watching this broadcast, slow your roll because you might end up sliding off into one of these flooded ditches and not have an option. Okay? I'm being serious as I can be. Slow it down a little bit. It's really bad out here. You won't be able to hit the undo button if you slide off into a ditch. That's flooded, by the way, I might add. Just trust me when I tell you, you need to slow down a little extra today. You're going to be out here driving around. Okay, we got 5 bars right now in Emboden, so it looks like that my broadcast is going to be strong for the moment. Hang on. Let me monitor this. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Look at that. Oh, what river is that? It's flooded all the way back to here? Oh, my God. I guess I ain't never seen flooding like that before. Look at that. Okay, when I passed the 11 point, it was crazy back there, but I had no cell service to show it to you. Folks, I'm coming into Emboden here. Look at that. You can't really tell, but look how far that floods from the river that I'm coming up on. Notate where I'm at right now, because I'm going to take you where this is all coming from this river that I'm approaching. It's flooded all the way back to here. Wow. It isn't shocking to some of the locals up here. They've probably seen it. Oh, I can get a good view here. Oh, look at the road. Perfect example of how bad it is. Who wants to drive in that? You want me to go through that? No, I will not do it. I will not do that. So you folks, if you're looking on the, I'm at US 62 and Muddy Lane, and I just heard talk about
Walnut Creek stop at Brown's Creek, I think is crossing here. Some kind of line. I'm going up here now.
I said Brown Creek crosses at the Sharp County line. It's flooded. Okay, I'm gonna we're in Emboden, as I've been corrected recently on making sure I pronounce it properly. Emboden. Like Emboden. That's where we're at. God, look at that to the left. Look at this to the right. Hold on, guys. I'm making a big deal about this. I got to go back. I got to show you that.
We need to get hold of the highway department or local highway department and have them start putting barricades up on these flooded highways.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because this is only going to get worse. Look at that. This is only going to get worse.
C2.
Okay, let's listen to the state police for a minute.
We're going to have 690, and then we're going to have traffic diverted north at Embo. We're going to work on that.
They're diverting traffic north from Emboden.
Randolph County and our Creek and all that.
We're right where we need to be, folks, to show you this historic flooding event that it's occurring in Arkansas. Remember what I said, this is happening all over the state. I just happen to be up here in the Northeast.
Yes, sir.
They are shutting down 63 and Emboden. They are shutting it down. And it is a major commerce road up here. Guys, this is, I have never seen the flooding this bad in my life, but I'm not native to Northeast Arkansas, so I'm native to Central Arkansas, so I've seen it bad there, but I've never seen it like this up here. All right, let's go check out what they've got going on down here. They're going to shut down. I'm at 63, 412 right now at 62, and they are probably shutting traffic down just down this way. Let's go check it out. Big 10-4 on that, Elizabeth, because I'm not trying to go all over the state to get back home. 63 here. Let's see if we can see where they're diverting the traffic. And so I'm at the beginning of Emboden here. 63 still flowing here.
Where?
Oh my God.
West side of Refueling here at McElroy. There's about 6, 7 east side of the bridge in that little spot. Yeah,
let's see. If memory serves me correct, at some point I'll be coming up to that.
I think you start gathering all that information and write it down where you have enclosures or any other information you gather for anywhere connected to our county. Yeah. 63 at Browns Creek, still at the Ravenon, there is going to be closed. And they've also got a train derail up there a little bit further north there off 63 north.
Okay. I don't know if you just caught that last traffic. I just made a U-turn in the highway. They've got 63 is shut down at Ravenon. 63 is shut down at Ravenon, which would be the next community. And all the train, the BNSF Railway runs through northern Arkansas from Memphis through the Mark Tree, Bay, Jonesboro, Bono, comes through Hoxie. You can see how flooded this bridge is. Look, this bridge is, the water's almost to the road here. But anyway, that railway is a major railway for the Burlington BNSF Railway, and they have a train derailment just north of Ravenon. So that sounds to me like the floodwaters derailed a train between Ravenon and Hardy as well. And so where I'm at currently is I'm about 10 miles to the south of all of this action that I'm mentioning. And if we got cell service, I may try to just venture up here and film in Ravenon real quick. But I am going to heed the warnings of one of my viewers here and one of my moderators here who is advised that I might want to hightail it out of this area pretty soon because I do not want to get stuck out here. The purpose of this live stream is to show you a thing or two, just so you don't have to get out of it. I'm not
sure where you're heading. Might be on 10 and 62. We're going to check it over there.
You know, I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta.
Wait, we're good, but it's not anywhere near the highway yet.
I gotta stop for a minute. I gotta stop for a minute.
Again, boy, I'm on 90. I'm going up and check 93 out anyway.
Whew. I got to take a quick little break, folks. You're gonna have to just hold on a minute. Be right back with you. Enjoy the radio traffic.
Get on 62 and just stay there and just keep patrolling 62. There's quite a bit of ponding on the road there. We're going to have some issues. 10-4, I'm still waiting on my relief. I figured these
highways down here in the bottoms are going to start getting covered. These farm ditches are overflowing already.
10-4.
Oh. 107, go ahead. Central water is starting to cover up 304. It's still passable at this time.
At the time, my boots weren't tight. They were coming off my feet. All right, so let's get back at it. Let's see what we can see up here. Oh, Donna. Hey, you know what? I gave you a shout out a little bit ago. You weren't in here yet. Donna Goad, everybody. VIP, moderator, and avid NST aficionado and watcher who keeps us hooked up with caffeine products that we so desperately need and appreciate. So thank you, Donna Goad. You are a lovely person. Some of your caffeine has helped me this morning. So, thank you. You know what, Donna? I am nuts. I don't even pretend to. Thank you, though. On a serious note, thank you so much. You're generous, and I just sincerely appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. And as a matter of fact, you just never know. There might be a package in the mail coming your way at some point pretty soon with some Arkansas products you might not even know exist. I'll just leave it at that. ... We'll just leave it at that. James NST drops the mic.
I'm on 304 now. Water is starting. Just haven't been able to leave here to check the other highways.
Okay, so why don't we put you here? Let's listen to that. You know what? Before I get out of town, y'all, I'm sorry to do this one more time. Let me pull over here because this is probably going to be my last chance for a drink or coffee or something. So let me do this real quick.
I'm up there on 90, fixing to go up 93 and check it out. Troop is fixing to reroute traffic from Emboden coming 62 to the county because of 63 being shut down. I'm gonna check it out so they can see if this is gonna be passable or not.
Excuse me.
Yeah, if I got the dispatch, try to let message come across. They're fixing to get back. Once you cross Missouri State line, I'm going to be on Walnut Ridge. I'll figure it's going to be out too.
Well, I got to have my money. If I don't have my money, they're not going to give me anything for free. So give me my money. You got to have that.
Go ahead.
Dollar Tree on 67 South, Arkansas 501. XXD 501 X-ray West. One away to Central.
Oh, wait, go ahead.
Central, you might send Logan County a message up there in Missouri to check some of the routes up from Myrtle, from Highway V, as in Victor, all the way up to 142 to there, because it's busy through there.
Of course.
There you go.
Sleep it.
Did you send a couple of messages to Randolph Dispatch for the city of Manila also?
10-4.
10-4. Thank you.
10-4.
This is Central Center again.
Well, hello, folks. I'm back. Got a cup of coffee here. Nice clerk at the Valero here in Emboden was talking about she wasn't sure how she's going to get home at 2 o'clock when she leaves today, and she's not sure that she has relief coming because of this flood. So that was an interesting conversation about how she was going to get back to see her kids. And that's something that, we were talking about this flooding, but sometimes we forget the small details, like the person that works at the gas station, how they're going to get home to be with their children. That's I'm sorry to hear that, and I told her that too. It was really, she's just doing the best she can. You know what I mean? So I told her today. I hope and pray she can make it back to her kids. And she said, well, if I can, I'll just get a boat. So at least you got a good attitude about it, right? You got a good attitude. So anyway, we're going to continue north of town towards Ravenon. If I lose you on the cell service, remember we'll probably buffer, but I'm going to try to keep you live with me. These little towns have cell towers. It just I have to get to the next little town. Oh, that's a nice house right there. Oh, God. I would love to live there. Buddy, when I these live streams, oh, get in your lane, dude. Damn. Lost your mind. Ever had the pleasure of driving these roads in the northeast corridor or the northern part of Arkansas? I just really can't put it in perspective to you how absolutely beautiful this area is up here. And I know a lot of y'all, sometimes you out-of-staters always say, I might come to Arkansas for vacation, and I just can't tell you enough. You need to put this area on your map. Oh my God, the water is almost to the road here. Look at that. This won't be long before this is flooded, because I mean it is here. It's getting here anyway, but let's get up here to Ravenon. Let's see. I don't know if I'm buffering or not. You might not even be able to hear me right now.
Out of the vehicle. You need to make contact with 1011.
Lord. Okay, we got a car pulled over here. I've got a deputy. I've got a deputy coming here or a trooper. Somebody, something. Don't know what's about to happen here. Let me pull over. Let me get off the fog line here. Got somebody running code. They're blocking the bridge off now at this location. Hang on just a minute. Let me figure out what the heck's going on here. What we got going? Okay. I see. Move it. Where are we at? Oh my God, the water right here. Look at the water. Look at the water. Look at the water. I hope I have enough service, cell service. Wow, look at this. Look at that. Look. Oh, I can't show you what I want to show you. It's a man. That ain't too deep. All right, I got to go through some water here. I'm at the railroad tracks, the BNSF railway. I don't know where the train. You can tell maybe how the train flooded. Look at the tracks. Look at the tracks. All right, here we go. there's the tow company that got the trooper car out of the water right here. The Dale's wrecker. Freddie Dale used to be a trooper up here. I actually did a ride along with Trooper Dale. Real nice guy, but he's retired. I think he's a Randolph County deputy now, and does his record services, his family's record service now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull over right here. That's a trooper right there. I don't know which trooper that is, but that is a trooper. Elizabeth, I'm not going to be brave, okay? Telling you now, I'm not going to be here for long. Let's see who that is. Is that a trooper? No, I don't recognize that insignia on the door there. That might be the local police department here in Ravenon. Well, at first I thought it was a trooper, but then now I recognize it's not. So, I believe we have a local officer here that's blocking traffic. You'll notice, if you'll look up here, traffic is at a standstill up here. Traffic is at a standstill in Ravenon. So if you're out traveling right now, 62 412. If you're on 63 62 412 right here in Ravenon going to Sharp County, it is blocked. You will not be able to get through.
631 on 90 East. There's numerous spots where water just standing because the ditches are full.
There's a Randolph County deputy on Arkansas 90 talking about how the water's coming over the road. We are at Arkansas 90 right now. Miss Pamela, thank you so much for that. I really sincerely appreciate that. Thank you so much. Y'all have to give a shout out to Miss Pamela. She's amazing.
And Hardy, go ahead. So 63 is going to be closed from Brown Creek to Horton. Yes, sir.
Ooh, I'm getting hot. I got to come out this coat.
Traffic at Emboden, because Highway 90 is also closed due to the 11 point.
Okay, they're saying 90's closed at 11 point. 90 is closed at 11 point. And we just saw 11 point when we were on 62. That's a little bit more south of there.
Highway 48. Is Highway 90 going to be clear enough to send some folks from Ravenon through? Just east of the bridge on 90, there's about 6 to 8 inches of water going across the road, so it won't be clear much longer.
They got 6 to 8 inches across the road on 90 just past Ravenon right now. A trooper's advising that it will not be passable for much longer. They're just trying to get this traffic turned around up here. If you'll notice, let me zoom in. We have traffic being diverted We have traffic, 18-wheelers and everything being diverted right now from what's right past here, which is totally flooded. And they're trying to find solutions here to get these folks back where they need to go.
2 to 3. Go ahead. I'm sending C-48 up on Highway 90. It may be passable. I may send him up there. He'll give us a report real quick. He might be able to move back up there and divert that traffic at Ravenon.
Looks like they got the fire department blocking the road up there. I'm about to take off this rain jacket. I'm getting hot. Let me take this off. Bo, that's going to take me 4 to 6 hours to make that video. It won't be right now, and it might not be today. It's going to take me multiple hours to make that video. I have it. Just so you know, it came in. I've got all the stuff to it. I just hadn't made it. I hadn't even looked at it yet. But Bo Coffee, this is for you. When I do make that video, when I do make the video, it will be dedicated to you, Bo Coffee. For I've only heard about this pursuit now for months and months and months. So yeah, when I do make it, it'll be dedicated to you. Probably tomorrow. Maybe today, depends on when I get home. If I've got enough time, I'll do it. Might be tonight. I would think it'll be tomorrow. You're not being a pest. You're young. I get it. I don't want to discourage you from talking to me or asking for things. Just, you're young. I get it. Brave Man 5555 is asking what my location is. I'm currently located at the convergence of US 63, 62, 412 at Arkansas 90 in Ravenon, here in northwestern Lawrence County. They're diverting traffic here.
C-48, C2.
We have an Arkansas highway officer here. Now that is the DOT. They're not troopers. That right there is an Arkansas highway police officer. They are not troopers. They do federal Department of Transportation enforcement.
Confirmed there's about 6 inches of water for about 20 feet on the east side of the bridge on Highway 90, but it's possibly going down. Simple.
I'm going to leave it zoomed in on this view for a minute because I'm curious to see. I would think that pretty soon you're not going to have much traffic coming to the southbound. So the angle that I'm facing is northbound, okay? So the way my nose is facing is north. The traffic that's coming down 63, 62, 412 at the moment is heading southbound, but I imagine that the southbound traffic flow is about to be capped off because everybody has now made a U-turn and gotten out of the area. So we're just going to monitor this for a minute, and then I'll get mobile again. Another reason why I'm still sitting here also is I've got good cell service here. Well, I say I had good cell service. I really don't. I see now I got 2 bars. We might go ahead and just get on out of here. Yeah, I think so. Let's get on out of here.
$10.22 on that. Jennifer, can you check this welfare concern? Highway 1. That's Creek Edge points that line. That's right. That's the female walking on the
Hey, trucker, I'm listening to the state police. I've got state police.
Sure.
You can actually make a ride on 90 and make it right now still. So you can get out of here if you need to. Yeah, you can take a ride on 90 right up here at the top of the road. It's not closed yet. Yep. Oh, snap. They've already closed this off. Well, I can appreciate that y'all have closed this off, but I got to get home. All right, hold on. Here we go. Let's go. It's like not getting caught in this. Let's go. Woo! Oh, I'm getting 98. I'm not going 90. I'm getting 1098 and going. Oh, wow. Look at that. I'm getting out of here. I'm going to get out of here before I get stuck. I'm not trying to be stuck up here. I would say that little area I passed just got worse since I've been up here. So let's get back. Yeah, I did, Bo. That's exactly right. Nope, we're not getting stuck. We're out of here. Not doing it. Not doing it. Okay. To the chat, but you haven't already. Podcast.
Now there's a 1038 in the video edge. Temple. Okay. 10-2.
Okay, we are probably pretty close to Emboden now. Coming in. I'm on 63, 62, 412 is what they call this stretch. Well, I don't have enough cell service to talk right now. Hang on. Probably got you back now. I've got 3 bars. A couple of things I wanted to say back there while I didn't have much service. If if you haven't liked this broadcast yet, there's 248 of you in the chat. Please do me a favor real quick and go smash that like button. It really helps with the reach of this broadcast. Helps my numbers out. I would just appreciate you doing it, and it's free on your part. If you'll just go smash the like button real quick and get that knocked out for me, I would greatly appreciate it. Folks, we've just rolled back into Emboden. We are now at Emboden, and what else was I going to tell you? I just heard on the radio. Well, scatterbrain. I don't know what I was going to tell you, but smash the like button and let me think about that for a minute. The most important thing to mention today on this broadcast is that this flooding is not over by any measure. This is really just the middle point right now. It's going to continue to rain all day long in this area and other parts of Arkansas. And so what you see right now is only going to get worse. And it's already bad. So my heart really does go out to the folks that are stranded, that can't get home, like the lady at the convenience store, and others that are stranded or having to work in all of this. The first responders, we need to be nice. If we have to call 911 today, let's be nice to the dispatchers. They're probably pulling their hair out right now. I know we don't think about that, but let's think about that for a minute. Let's think about the first responders that are out here in all this. Be nice to the dispatchers if you have to call in 911 today for some reason. Please try to be anyway. They're probably as stressed out as you are. Got Lawrence County Sheriffs here. Lawrence County Sheriff.
B3 to all units on the north end of Hardy. Just to confirm, we're not letting anybody in to Hardy, correct?
Look at the traffic. So the traffic here is being diverted on 62.
Go ahead.
Here in Emboden. So they're not even letting people get up to Ravenon anymore. They're trying to clear that out.
All units, my phone has got no service up here. I'm on my station.
This puts it in perspective pretty good right here. I'm going to pull over and show you this. This viewpoint that I've got right here, if I may. Wow, what is this behind me? My God, there's a huge flooded area back here. What is that? Look at that. That looks like a freaking lake. Look at that. Wow. Martha D says, I appreciate you. Well, you know what, Martha D? I appreciate you.
The state line is passable. There is a lot of ponding, but it is passable. And then from the state line up in Margaret, Highway V, Morgan County is passable at this time. Wimbledon River Bridge at night at Dalton, the water is up to the bottom of that bridge.
11 Point River near Dalton on Highway 90, which is a beautiful, oh God, Dalton, the area of northern Randolph County where Dalton is absolutely beautiful. They said that there is water all the way to the bottom of the bridge in Dalton, right there on Arkansas 90 at the 11 Point River Bridge. That was a Troop C trooper that advised that. So we're going to continue on.
748, did you have traffic? I was on the phone.
I was going to advise, the fire chief advised me that there was about 6 inches of water for 20 feet near east of the bridge on 90, but it looks to be going down. So we can take traffic down Highway 90. If that's the only spot, I'm still traveling out 90 now.
Okay, let's go over here. I want y'all to pay close attention here to this. Look at how flooded that is, where I've zoomed in. That's in Arkansas. That's called the Emboden Roadside Park. You'll notice there's that green sign right there. That's an Arkansas Game and Fish launch site. Or maybe it used to be, because it's not now. Doesn't look like it used to be Game and Fish. But anyway, you can tell this whole area right here is totally flooded. There is water completely up to the bridge here. This is called bridge number 650. It's in the flats here just outside of Emboden. Water is completely up to the base of the bridge. This little area right here will be impassable by this evening. We're going to go to Black Rock. We're going to look at the Black River in Black Rock. I have to say, it's really nice living up this way and enjoying. Now, it kind of goes without saying, but because this is such a critical situation, it's all hands on deck. All hands on deck, meaning that the folks that don't normally do this kind of stuff are out here working. So you're going to have Game and Fish. You're going to have the Arkansas Highway Police. You're going to have the Arkansas State Police. You're going to have the county, the city. You're going to have constables, the duly elected constables in these areas that don't get paid to do this kind of work are probably out here helping. You're going to probably have reserve sheriff's deputies that don't get paid, are probably going to be called in to help with traffic control and search and rescue efforts. This is an all hands on deck situation here in Arkansas. C2 just passed me. C2. We're in a different area. That happens. And that is definitely happening today. Okay, we are passing the rest here, and we will be coming into Black Rock momentarily. A tornado just hit this area just south of this rest area right here. It's a nice rest area, by the way. I stopped in there to frequent the facility before. It's a pretty nice area, actually. It's one of the nicer truck rest areas in the state. It's newer. So we'll be coming to Black Rock here momentarily. Ugh. So William Sorg asks, where are we heading? Home? And the answer is, I don't know yet. I know I'm in Black Rock. I'm not even far away from where I live at this point, but I will probably remain live for a little bit longer because there's other areas to show you. I'm just getting out of the hills. So let me listen to this real quick. I showed you Powhatan. I don't know how much cell service I would have had in Powhatan. I imagine that the Black River is flooded down through there. Yeah? Let me go this way. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all something. If I got cell service, I'll show you this.
A little bit car going down there. You don't mind. Send her back up to sleep, please. If you can get to me, I'm looking at water across the road now or down the hill from where I'm at. Yes, sir.
Let me see how much cell service I've got. I got 5 of 5 bars. That's a good sign. Let's see if maybe I can show you something here. The very beginning of Arkansas 25. Or as I like to say, the northern terminus of Arkansas 25 here that goes all the way to Conway. So Black Rock to Conway, and I've actually taken the entire stretch of Arkansas 25 before just to do it. Goes through Southside, goes through Heber Springs, Batesville, and it's a pretty drive. And it's a historic road. It's a 100-year-old road. Yeah, you can see the flooding from here. I'm used to this area. I come through here a lot. This is getting real close to my area that I live in Walnut Ridge. When I want to drive around and get out of my house, I take 25 to Lake Charles a lot. And you definitely can tell the river is up through here. Yeah. So if I've got cell service, I'll show it to you. And I'm afraid I'm losing cell service. So might not be able. Oh, wow. That is really up there. See if we can get better cell service here. Just past C2 again. Lieutenant in the Troop C area is up here in Lawrence County right now helping out. He's driving a maroon colored unmarked Dodge Charger. But the dead giveaway is the Arkansas State Police license plate that says C2 on it in the front. So that's how you know it's C2. All right, folks, I'm at the Black River here. I really wish I could show you a better viewpoint. I don't have any traffic behind me at the moment. Look how flooded that is. The river's come over its banks here. It's flooded this floodplain that's right next to the river. You can tell that is major flooding here. 63 at the Black River in Black Rock, Lawrence County. We'll be coming into the town of Portia in just a moment. Yeah, Elizabeth, I'm not going that far. I'm not going to the Cache. Cache River is likely flooded right now as well. I haven't really heard them talk much about it, but so just east of our location here in Portia, if you were to go past Walnut Ridge on 412, yeah, look at all that. If you were to go east on 412 past Walnut Ridge, you'd eventually cross the Cache River into Greene County. Eventually, you'd end up at the St. Francis River. I imagine both of them will flood as well. Looks like we've got Arkansas National Guard members. We've got Arkansas National Guard members here in Portia. Arkansas National Guard is mobilized and is staging here in Portia in Lawrence County. No, you can pass me. Come on, trucker. You want to go fast and be stupid? Go for it. Go. Yeah, go ahead and blow through traffic. Yeah, you do that. All on my butt. Let's see here. So, you did all that to do that, huh? Okay. Got it. Look at those fields right there. I'm used to these fields being dirt, not water. So we're currently on 63. I'm about to be where I can go to Walnut Ridge or Hoxie. This is my hometown right in through here now. We're back into my area. Let's see. We're going to listen and we're going to continue to monitor this radio. Now this little area right here, I have to be concerned about.
32 one state.
According to the National Weather Service, this little area right in here is going to flood, and water will come across the roadway here tomorrow. So even though it's passable today, this area of 412 between 63 and Walnut Ridge is slated to flood with water across the roadway and be impassable by tomorrow. And there is a creek that runs through here, and that's likely the source of the water. We're gonna see. And this is getting pretty darn close to where I live right over here, so I'm kind of, I'm worried about it a little bit. Well, I ain't mad at your husband. He just was on my ass. Sorry, I'm keeping it real. That was the only issue. And you should have slowed down a little bit for conditions. But oh well. Sorry, don't mean to offend. Tell him to slow down a little bit. It's stressful for all involved, so I'm not even hating on him. I don't care. I get it. We're all a little stressed out right now. All right. Coming into Walnut Ridge now. And we may, I don't know if I'm going to call it a day or not. I really don't know. It might behoove me to go ahead and call it, and then we just watch these conditions deteriorate. Remember, this is what I've continued to say this morning. Unfortunately, these conditions are only going to worsen. So it's already at a critical level now, where I'm talking to locals up here that are saying that they're not sure how they're going to get home. So you've got that. And this is only going to worsen throughout the day, evening, and tomorrow. Looks like we have the MedStar ambulance that's heading west from Walnut Ridge now. And I don't know where they're heading. We got another deputy. There's a Lawrence County deputy that just passed me there. We'll go ahead and yield to the emergency vehicle here. Ted is in repair. Ted is at the shop, Pamela. Ted is at the shop. So for you folks that don't know, see, this is the creek I'm worried about flooding right here, Coon Creek, right on the western part of Walnut Ridge. I'm worried about that creek. What was I going to say? Oh, Ted. So for you folks that don't, there goes another Lawrence County deputy. I think that was the sheriff. I saw 102 and 101 license plates for Lawrence County. I believe that's the sheriff and the chief deputy that I just witnessed. They're going west. They're mobile and they're going west, probably towards Ravenon and Emboden right now. But anyway, what was I going to say? I hate it when I get sidetracked. Forget what I was going to say. Sorry. Maybe I wasn't going to say anything. I will likely do another live stream broadcast at some point. I don't know if it would be tonight or tomorrow, given that this rain is only going to continue and worsen the conditions. Remember, let me just say this for the record for you good folks that watch this channel and that are concerned about my well-being, that I'm not going to place myself in immediate jeopardy. I want to make that very clear. I'm not going to come out here and put myself in great risk of getting caught up by this stuff. If I feel that I can't do this safely anymore, then I'm not trying to be your hero. Does that make sense? Because I got, like, at the end of the day, I got to protect myself. I've got to protect my property, and I've got to protect my family. So as much as I love you guys, viewers on the NST airwaves right now, and trust me, you've got a place in my heart as well. But my first priority is obviously going to be my family, my safety, and my property, you know. So if I just feel like it's going to get any worse and I can't really get out here and show you things without feeling like I can safely escape them, then I'm not. I just won't do it. For you praying types out there, not trying to talk religion right now, but for you praying types, you praying folks out there that feel compelled to send up a prayer, if you don't mind sending one up for the state of Arkansas right now, us folks that do the praying would appreciate that. And if you're not a person that does any praying, that's fine too. You don't have to. Again, not trying to be religious or anything to that effect, but if some of you praying types would just kindly send us a prayer up right now for the residents of the state of Arkansas and ask for a little bit of protection and clarity on what to do in this situation, that would be helpful. Again, if you don't pray and you're atheist, agnostic, or whatever, that's fine too. You have that right to have that view, and certainly we're not trying to make this a religious conversation, but there are some of y'all that do pray, and I would ask that you consider us Arkansans right now and others that are being affected by this. And you praying types also send a prayer up for our Leos, first responders, dispatchers, EMS, fire personnel, tow truck personnel, and also electrical personnel, the Entergy, First Electric Co-op, and everybody else that's up here trying to keep these lights on. If you don't mind putting them in your prayers as well, it would be appreciated. Thank you.
Or would there be a way to mark them so that people know they've been checked on? B3B25. What's the reason I can't get them out? We've got heavy rain down here. I hadn't got to look at radars. Look like it feels like that be done. Not sure. I'm showing about 80% all day long. This is why I didn't get them out earlier, because of heavy rain and they were well off the roadway.
I'm monitoring a conversation between Trooper Connor Vroman, B25 in White County, and his supervisor, Robbie Stewart, Sergeant, in the B Troop, Newport Troop. They were talking about they've got a stranded motorist well off the roadway, stuck in a vehicle, and because of the heavy rains, they're not able to access them, but they're okay. They're not drowning or anything, and that's not what I interpreted on the transmission. It just sounded like they've got people stuck in a vehicle well off the roadway, but they have no way to get to them. So I don't really know what that's going to turn into, if that's a water rescue situation or what. I just wasn't able to really piece that one together. But it sounds to me like B25 is involved in some sort of situation involving an accident off the roadway with people trapped in the vehicle. And when I heard the call go out a little bit ago, they were talking about at the 50-mile marker for that one. I think 25 took the one at the 50-mile marker. You folks that are familiar with Interstate 57, or us locals that still refer to it as US 67 through there, The 50-mile marker would be 4 miles north of the 46, which is the last exit of Searcy as you're continuing north. So I would imagine the 50 is going to be somewhere in the Judsonia area right there. If you folks happen to be, if there happens to be somebody White County right now that's in the area, I'm just putting that out there. I would say don't go trying to find this, but if you just so happen to be out and about and you go through the Judsonia area on 57, let us know in the chat, especially if you see B25 out there. I'll tell you something. I like B25. I've had a conversation with B25 in the past. I actually saw him one night at a Walmart, and we had a cool conversation. Connor Roman. He's a cool dude. He does good work. Folks, I got to stop and get fuel. I'm pretty low. So let me do that real quick. And then we may continue to stay live for a little bit longer. Let's see if I've got my... South Memphis, bro, 27. Hey there, James. How's it going? Well, I'm trying to stay as dry as I can. That's what I'll say about that. I'm doing okay, and I hope you're doing well. I'm fine. I'm just trying to stay dry and trying to dodge getting stuck out here in these crazy floodwaters. Okay, folks, let me grab this fuel real quick. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and we'll go from there. We'll figure out another place to go check out. The wind is picking up a little bit. It's kind of windy out here now.
It's redirect on permits, traffic, flooding at Country Club.
It's more. I don't know if we're going to make it in there then.
Okay, where's my... I got to act a second, y'all.
Where are you trying to get to on that? Unless I go all the way back around through Pigeon, maybe I'll come in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I had to do this morning.
Yes, yes. It's kind of getting chillier outside. This too. James, I sent you an email, pictures from Conway. Cool. I got you. Y'all keep sending your Arkansas photos to me, naturalstatetransparency@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I will feature it on the end of our videos. I would love to. Be right back, y'all. Get my jacket. It's cold out here. Come here, wallet. There.
units. The county road department has did in reference to the Club Road.
Okay. Put you back up here. Let's put you there. Woo! Just that stressful driving has got me wore out. I can't even lie to you. Let me clean my windshield off just a little bit better. I've got bug debris from living in Northeast Arkansas on my windshield. Hang on one second.
Revenue Central.
Let's see if that may help the picture just a little bit. All right, we're going to head out of here. Still in Walnut Ridge, kind of where I'm at, my home grounds now. And if I were to go east from here, I would probably go to the Cache River. And it cuts over 412 to Paragould, or you can take 63 in through Bono and you'll intercept the Cache River there as well. I can only imagine it's probably
25 back in the 54 south.
Probably pretty flooded, but actually I haven't heard any reports because I'm monitoring Troop C. I haven't heard any reports from Troop C about those areas. So I actually don't think the Cache River's flooding over its banks yet, or they would probably be mentioning that. But I don't know. I know I asked once, but for you folks that have joined since I asked and you haven't already, please like this broadcast real quick. Go over to your like button and smash it. Please do that. I would appreciate it. It really does help out with our numbers. Said I wasn't going to go to the Cache River. For right now, I don't know. I've been debating on whether or not I wanted to drive to show you that. I think the flooding action right now is really located over there in kind of north central Arkansas as you get closer to Hardy, Ash Flat, Cherokee Village area, where we've been already discussing those rivers through there. So I almost think it might be a waste for me to drive east right now to show you the Cache and possibly the St. Francis River. Get a little bit of flooding here on the road. But yeah, as you can tell, we are saturated. We got plenty of water here today. So if there was any concerns about a drought, well, those have all but been alleviated at this point. As you can tell, straight ahead from us right here in the ridge, we have the really cool, funky water tower. It's got that paint scheme on it. It was one of the first things I noticed when I came back to Walnut Ridge for the first time after many years before living here. Was this cool water tower they've got near the park.
When you get a chance, you get 21.
Now, folks, I will tell you, I'm probably going to go ahead and call this broadcast now, just simply because.
367 North, Highway 328 East, and Highway 115 north of Maynard are all clear.
Okay. So, you folks in northern Randolph County, the deputy just advised that the 115 up near Maynard is clear. That little area up there, it's clear at this time. It's passable. So anyway, what I was saying was I'll probably call this broadcast for now, simply because, I've shown you our big hot spots in this area that I'm in, but it will only continue to get worse throughout the day, evening, and into tomorrow, day and evening. So I imagine we will probably go live again if it's safe to do so. I hope each and every one of you remain safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening. Keep your eyes on the weather if you're from Arkansas, and if you're an observer from out of our state, please keep an eye on our weather as well, and your own weather. Make sure that you're safe. And like I said earlier, if you're the praying type, say a little prayer for our first responders and families that are going through it right now here in Arkansas. We would appreciate that. I hope that everything is good on your end as it is on my end right now.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for all the support you show this channel and the love, especially you donating types that continue to wow and amaze me every single time with the gifts and the financial contributions to this channel. It doesn't go unnoticed. It is well received and very much so appreciated. You definitely keep us motivated to want to continue to do this type of